please tell us a spooky story? Please, please, please. Fine then, I'll tell you a spooky story. It starts with a group of 6 brave adventurers who, for some reason, were looking for treasure in the forest. There was Connie Magic, a renowned superhero in the local community, accompanied by her trusty sidekick Gnome. Lottie Goldberg and her brother Francis, the notorious pirates, and in charge of documentation, Valerie Vlogs, the famous vlogger, and Phil Marr, the cameraman, were ready to record the events of the adventure. Soon after entering the forest, the adventurers discovered the path split into 2, and they would be unable to stay together throughout the journey. Delighted by the opportunity to rid herself of her brother, Lottie Goldberg rushed down the left path, only to be followed by Francis and no one else. The rest of the party refused to join the pirates and took the right path. As Connie, Gnome, Valerie and Phil soon discovered, the path split into more than 2 branches, and, as it always goes, in almost no time at all, each of them were alone and lost. All was not lost, however, for Valerie, who had just gained 3,826 new followers on Simstagram, for a post about the creepy doll she found on the floor of the forest. Not much was seen of Valerie after that, although many speculated on SimTube about her disappearance, which, I suppose, is what she would have wanted. Meanwhile, Gnome had made a new friend. The only problem was that this new friend didn't like them very much, and they ended up in a bit of a fight. Attuned to the mystic arts, Connie felt the death of her friend whilst meditating. Luckily, she was right next to a wishing well, and knew just what to do. Casting 1 simoleon into the conveniently placed well, Connie felt a rumbling in the earth as she wished to be reunited with Gnome. Maybe she should have worded her request better though, because instead of Gnome being brought to her, Connie was brought to them. On the other side of the forest, Lottie and Francis were having no more luck. Losing his sister in the wilderness, Francis stumbled upon a trail of gems and followed them into a clearing. All this work had left him hungry, so when he spotted a cake floating in the air, he thought nothing of it and took a bite. This proved to be his downfall, as the legendary cow plant had lured him into its trap. Lottie, after what felt like years of searching and searching and searching, she had finally found the treasure of the forest. At least that's what she thought. The only problem was that a rare 6-some mosquito trap was guarding it. The only solution would be to remove the plant. As Lottie uprooted it, a horde of mosquitoes began to swarm her, suffocating her as she collapsed to the ground. All that while, Phil had been exploring the forest, filming a new nature documentary, when all of a sudden he found himself next to the lost treasure of the forest. All he had to do was cross the koi pond and it would be his. And that, kids, is why we don't go into spooky forests ever, under any circumstances. But isn't that what we're doing right now? Alright, that's enough. Time for bed.